First and foremost, I just want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. and Mrs. Warner. I'm actually going to need that. Mr. and Mrs. Warner for a fantastic evening, and my parents as well. There's one thing that you have to know, and that's anytime you need your parents to step up for you. You guys have always been there. I'm sure it's always the same case here. So it's a truly special bond, and thank you. So we're here to celebrate Kaylin and Gary's marriage. How often do you get to see your sister get married? And I guess what you need to realize is that how many sisters do you have? So in my case, this is the third time that I've seen, one of my sisters get married. I'm the lone soldier at this point. I'm the lone wolf, if you will. So just hang in there. So we'll see what happens, But Kaylin and Gary, I want you guys to truly take in everything that happens tonight, and take those mental pictures throughout the evening. So we'll see what happens. So, I just want to introduce myself at this point. My name is Sean Ford, aka Big Sean, aka KK's Big Bro. Okay? So, yeah, that's that one too. So far, like I mentioned, I've been through 3 weddings. The first wedding, Michelle and Evelina. Some of you were probably there, and the wedding venue was actually changed within like 4 days of the wedding. And, that was kind of crazy. I got a free golf membership out of it, so cheers. That was lovely. And then Cheryl and Kevin, it rained the entire wedding. So it's only fitting that it would rain for Kaylin and Gary's wedding. Well, isn't it ironic? It's like raining on your wedding day. It's a free ride that you just didn't take. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Yeah, I got bars though. I got bars. So that's that one. So let's just take a second to talk about Kaylin's toughness, because Kaylin's very tough, as you can tell from the lack of tears that we saw today so far. So growing up with Kaylin, I'm the third in line. Kaylin, I used to frequently, I was a big soccer player, I used to stick her in the back of the soccer net and I'd shoot soccer balls at her face. And, it was a fun game until I actually hit her in the face and she started to cry, and my go-to line was, "Don't tell Mom!" That was like the big threat, which I also learned from my 2 older sisters, never to tell Mom, And so, it was crazy. Like, Kaylin was tough, The next day, she would always get right back in that net and, play the same game over again, which is mind-boggling, But that's the kind of person Kaylin is, There's no task that's too much for her. There's nothing that she can't handle, and she's, incredibly tough. So, despite the tears this evening, tears of joy. So, oh, shit. Let's see what we got here. KK's toughness. Here we go. Excuse my language, I apologize to everybody. So, somewhere along the line, Kaylin went from being my little sister. So, there's actually somebody in the audience tonight, Dr. Vaganos and Mrs. Vaganos, somewhere along the line, Dean actually, my best friend Dean kind of taught me how to be a big brother, and he really did. He taught me a couple other things along the way as well, but that was one thing that he did, and I didn't really understand it at the time, but now I do. And Kaylin, I always tried to be there for you, and I hope you know that. But along the way, Kaylin became from my little sister to my best friend. And, that's been a really special thing. She's always helping people. She was involved in a ton of extracurricular activities, especially in high school. And all Kaylin always wants to do is help people. And she's always only one phone call away. And and anytime you need anything, you can call Kaylin, and she's there for you. For me personally, she might be the first phone call a little bit too often, but that's good. But the thing is that I see the exact same qualities in Gary. And Gary, all you want to do is just be there for people and help other people. And I think that's just something that's just so special in your relationship. So, well done. So, being an overprotective brother, which I was, I didn't exactly make it easy on Gary when they first started dating. May or may not have been some threats tossed around a little bit, being the older brother. I wanted to make sure that Gary was a good guy. And so I tested him often, and congratulations, Gary, you passed. So, God bless you, man. We got, I'm not sure if you know the term, but we call Gary in our household Saint Gary, because from time to time, this guy takes the shape of an angel, okay? Because you have to put up with a lot for, the Ford family, as I'm sure all of you know. So, yeah, that's good too. So, where's that drink at, actually? I need that. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, halftime. Intermission real quick. So the one thing that you have to know about Kaylin is, although, I thought that Kaylin and I were closest in this family, we had a puppy, Coco, who passed away. And I couldn't give a speech at Kaylin's wedding without actually mentioning Coco. And so, Kaylin, you're tough. So I just wanted to say, Coco's looking down at you right now, and she couldn't be prouder of you. She's still waiting for that cheese omelet, so, this one's for Coco right here, So now we have Bear to take her place, who's reincarnated, as Coco. So I'm going to get real on you guys real quick, okay? So I think that in every relationship, it's really important that you're going to be a team. Sometimes you're the Michael Jordan, other times you're the Scottie Pippen, and it's just really important that sometimes you're the role player, other times you're the all-star. But at the end of the day, you guys are fighting for the same cause always, and that's for each other. So I see it in my sisters, Michelle and Avelino, Kevin and Cheryl, and I really see it in you guys as well. So it's always important to realize that you're fighting for the greater purpose. So the last thing I'll say is, I grew up with 3 sisters, and I always wanted a brother, and now I have 3 of them, Avelino, Kevin, and Gary. So Gary, welcome to the family. So I'd like to end this by raising our glasses, and I'd like to share a quote with you. May the wind always be your back, and the sun upon your face, and may the wings of destiny carry you aloft to dance with the stars. Cheers.